4-0 lead against the Phoenix Suns. Charles Barkley, oh, he just
become more of a scorer, even a scorer's mentality. Look at Barkley strike, and here's a dunk.
Somebody twists and turns. Barkley getting the step.
That hot from outside of this first half, and there's a steal. Juminski tipping it to Barkley. Barkley going all the way.
Here's what you got to be careful right here, because hold this ball too long.
Suns. You got that right. They have to fight each other off for the rebound. There's not a red jersey anywhere. Barkley
play had Theus the open man.
Well, both teams a little cold early, but certainly passing the ball much better.
Here for Barkley. And Barkley wins the first matchup.
She got a thing for Chanel vintage that dropped before she could speak English. Do you love me and love seeking attention?
A whooping, or you wanted to dance, you said dance. Get the dance. Fortnite, huh?
What's up, YouTube? It's Drew, and I'm back with another video. Today coming at y'all with a big body banger. Today we coming at y'all with an NBA 2K21 video. Now, first thing first, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. We going crazy. We at like 460 subscribers. You know, I appreciate y'all, no cap. But today, I'm the bill dealer, as you know. NBA 2K21. I'll be serving out bills left and right to the youth, to the people, to my children. You know what I mean? And today, I'm gonna be showing y'all how to make Charles Barkley in NBA 2K21. This was in the comment section and I got to it. You know, if you have any build ideas, any recommendations, suggestions, just drop them in the comment section. I'm going to get to them, you know, because I don't really like playing this game, but I like messing with the builds, you know what I mean? Because the game is kind of garbage, don't at me. I think a lot of y'all agree with me, but the bright side of it is that you can go crazy in the builder, no cap. But yeah, like I said, Charles Barkley, I'm gonna be showing y'all two different builds. The first one's gonna be his Phoenix Suns build that can shoot, and the second one will be is when he was on the 76ers as just a primary dunker. So the two pie charts, of course, is going to be the finishing and defending, or the defending and playmaking. Now for this first one, his Suns build, it's the defending and playmaking, and in my opinion, the first build is the best one. You know, I feel like you could do a lot more on that defending and playmaking build than on the finishing and defending build, and you'll see in the clips what I mean. And obviously Charles Barkley could do everything, so you want that balance pie chart. You know, he was an athletic freak. This man was overweight, 6'6", freaking 252 pounds, averaging 28 points. Like, he's so underrated. I mean, if he had rings, if he had championships, he would be regarded as probably one of the greatest just basketball players, you know, not just power forwards, just basketball players. Because this man was Zion before Zion. He was an aberration. I butchered that word, don't at me, but it's like dudes was getting up, and he did this all while consuming donuts for all of his career, all while having a crappy diet. Man said before the draft he just ate donuts and a bunch of stuff to get fat so that the Sixers wouldn't draft him, and they still drafted him. And he still averaged about 14 points in his rookie year. He averaged 20 points the second year. Like, he was an all-star for most of his years in the NBA. When he was in Houston, he was still going crazy. On the Suns, when he won MVP, he was out here averaging about 28 points a game. At his highest, he averaged about 15 rebounds a game. Like, come on, you know? And he's 6'6" doing this. It's like, what is in your genes? Like, who made you? Who are your parents? You know what I mean? Like, how did they produce you? That's my thing. Because it's like, you know, if he had rings, I wish rings weren't valued so much, because rings are a team thing, right? But if you look at him as an individual player, he's probably he's got to be in that top, definitely in the top 50, you know, definitely. Just if you look at him as an individual player, towards the end of his career, he could shoot more. You know, he was still athletic. He was doing all this at 6'6" in a league where there was Hakeem Olajuwon, Patrick Ewing, like centers, like GOAT centers, back when centers were like appreciated, you know, like, and he was Muggsy Bogues. He was the Muggsy Bogues of power forwards, going crazy. But as you see, with this first build, it was amazing. Like, for one, you get contact dunks, right? Two, you get speed boosting, right? Pro dribble moves. Once you hit 99, you know, you have access to all these things that make you such an amazing player. You know what I mean? Like, obviously Charles Barkley wasn't out here momentum dribbling in real life, but in 2K, it's a benefit. You know, he was obviously a playmaking type of person because he could get a rebound and just drive. That's what made him so special. He was 6'6", so he was faster than most people, right? He was getting down that court in 2.5, and he was strong for no reason. Like, he would get a rebound and downhill Hall of Fame. Like, who's gonna stop him? You know what I mean? Then he get in that post, back you down, go to the rim and dunk on you, or he'll do a post fade, do a midi. And as you see with this build, the way I made it, you can shoot on it. So you have that mid-range, and once you hit 99 and get your boost, you could most likely shoot 3-pointers, especially because you have 5 shooting badges. Those badges are the most important part of being able to shoot, and you have those. And on top of that, you have steals. Charles Barkley wasn't the best shot blocker at all, but he was stealing, you know, throughout his whole career. He averaged at least 1 steal. And you saw that build. You saw the impact it had, you know, with the passing and dribbling and everything. Now with the second build, I didn't like it as much because the playmaking was limited and, you know, the speed was limited, but it still goes crazy. This is for if you don't want to shoot, if you don't care about it, you know, if you just would rather just be a post player and rebounder at 6'6", you might as well make a paint beast for that. But still, if that's what you want to do, then this is the build for you. Obviously, it's still good, you know, it's still amazing, but it's not the same as the first one, in my opinion. With this one, it's a lot more like a post build. You know, you backing down people, you body them up, drop step, or you drive right past them, dunk on them. You know, you get contact dunks, but the downside of it is you don't have as much benefits as the other one, you know, because the other build, you get contact dunks, you get pro dribble moves, you get crazy defense, and you can shoot. Like, what more do you want from me? what more do you want from me? You know what I mean? Like, I got it covered, and I'm showing y'all the way. I got you with multiple builds. Just leave a like, subscribe. All for that alone. I'll be showing y'all multiple ways to make the same dude. Pause. And it's like, why did I say pause? I don't know why I said pause, but still. Let's go back to Charles Barkley. Okay, so obviously now Charles Barkley is obese. You know, we've seen the donuts catch up to him over time. But think about it. While he was in the NBA, he was still eating the same way. Man, now imagine if he was on some Michael Jordan timing, right? And he decided, bet, word, I'm about to change my diet. I'm about to go vegan on y'all. Now imagine that. And imagine if Michael Jordan didn't exist. If he didn't exist, right? That year when Charles Barkley and the Suns went to the finals, they probably would have won and Charles would have had a ring. But because MJ existed and the Bulls existed, he didn't win. You know, it's like stuff like that, like little stuff that people forget. Like Shaq be clowning Charles, right? Like Charles Barkley wasn't doing stuff that like Shaq was doing, right? Charles Barkley was a 6'6" Shaq, pretty much. He was, you know, overweight, athletic, getting a bunch of rebounds, and nobody could stop him. Nobody could stop Charles at 6'6". Like, obviously you see with this build, the dunks and finishing is incredible. That's what I'm saying, is it has its upsides, but it's not the same in a playmaking setting. I feel like when you're shorter, you need to be able to dribble better. But yeah, it's like he's out here 6'6", doing what he has to do, like Dennis Rodman, but a lot better, you know, because he could get those 20 rebounds, 15 rebounds in a game and then score 30 points, you know. So Dennis Rodman would get those 15, 20 rebounds and score 2 points. And like, I mean, it's amazing. But when you got Charles Barkley 6'6", which would you rather have? You know, that you got that same impact, really, that same hustle, that same dog. Charles was going crazy, you know, every possession, doing what he had to do, bullying people, backing down people taller than him, weighing more than him, and treating them like little kids. Like he looked at him like, who are you? You know, like, who are you? Like, he and just dunk on him. Like, that's always crazy to me. But yeah, but that's pretty much the end of the video, y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. You know, to comment any other build ideas you have. We on the road to 500 subscribers. I'm out. Peace.